How about drums? An instrument everybody loves. Let's get down to the beat, to the beat.
Hanging with Nate the drummer.
Hanging with Nate the drummer.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Hanging with Nate the Drummer. Today, I am talking to Big Chris. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Good. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you for the first time.
Yeah, officially.
Yeah, exactly.
Not on Facebook,
Yeah, shoot messages
all that
back.
crap. Yeah. So tell me about yourself, buddy. Where'd you grow up at?
I grew up in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania.
I've been there.
About 20 minutes from Gettysburg, I guess.
Do you remember the Big Dragon?
The Big Dragon.
My dad had a friend, I think he was a tattoo artist, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
had a shop that had this huge, cool dragon on the front.
Oh, yeah. Gee whiz. I
like-
know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? It was right along
Right
the
on
main.
30. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Blows me-
remember that as a
I
kid.
can't
It was
think of his name
awesome.
right now. Yeah. I know you're talking. Eric
Von
Von Dar.
Dar.
Yeah, you got it.
Whoa. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Yeah.
I remember going up there for a wedding and it was kind of sad because now it's torn down. It's like a Dollar General or something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it was never
I-
there.
I believe it's still there, honestly. I think it's a house. People
Oh,
live in it.
really?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I drove by and it, unless it was a different spot, you know what I mean? As a kid,
Right.
you don't really remember everything as much. So, what's your first memory of music?
Oh, man. I want to say like roughly around 10 years old. Just caught interest in singing. I remember being a kid and just playing a jukebox a lot and singing along. Like I can remember the first person I probably sung to was Randy Travis, which was something that it's just a unique voice, unique style, and I don't know. It's just went from there, and then continued up to teenage years and just singing. And I got older, and found myself singing every karaoke bar I could find in the area here. So that's how I got started singing, to be honest with you. And everybody kind of said that I sounded pretty good, and just started writing music. Actually, not too long ago, it just kind of hit me one day. I was speaking to a real good friend of mine. His name's Troy Ramsey, and one day we were doing testimonies together, and it hit me one day. I just went home, started writing music, and it went from there, and it's continued to write music. I like writing positive music. I think negative music, there's too much of it in the world today, so everything that comes out of my voice is gonna be positive towards people. So
That's awesome
basically
because
where I got started.
we definitely need it. It's so hard to. How do you stay positive in a negative world?
Man, that's the thing. Prayer, and I keep a close relationship with God, and that's the biggest thing. I give it all to Him. So keeping
When
positive.
did that happen?
I actually did some time in jail a few years back. Actually, it was like probably 10 years, close to 10 years now, and I just gave it all to Him one day and changed my life completely, honestly. So that's where I started with everything.
What depth did you have to get to, before you just gave in and let go,
Hitting rock bottom, man. Ain't no doubt
Yeah.
about it. Some people need it, and I was one of them.
Yeah.
So that's
You got to believe in something, there's a lot of people out there. And I think that's the whole concept. Even if it's not God, if it's whoever, whatever, something,
yeah.
So you
I
can,
believe it.
in those times of need, you can be, and I'm Catholic, I went to Catholic
Mhm.
school for 8 years and,
Mhm.
you got to have something. There's people out there that are lost. And if you're lost spiritually, it's like, what
Yeah.
now,
Yeah. And that's the thing.
There's
That's where all
those tough times,
negative things come that way. They're going to eat you up if you don't find a positive. And truthfully, I had to get rid of a lot of people in my life because sit down one day. I was like, if this person can't bring me one positive thing in my life, I gotta move on from them. And that's when a lot of positive things actually started happening in my life. Getting rid of
Yeah, that's
certain
really
people.
tough.
So yeah, it is tough sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to break the chain, and because
Right.
it's more comfortable,
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
like getting uncomfortable to get better.
Yeah. Exactly. And I think I sent you the song, "I Need You, Jesus." That's one of the songs
Hmm.
that I actually wrote. That was actually the first song that I actually wrote, and
Oh,
then
really?
yeah, and then I backed that up with it's called "Forgive Me," and that's my
Hmm.
life in the whole song. So
Yeah, man, we're gonna share those to people. I have
mhm,
them bonus music on Anchor.
mhm.
So hopefully, I'm excited to hear what people think and get some big belt buckles, get that heard.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely me and my son actually wrote that song together, and
How's
he's
that feel?
exciting. He's
Hmm.
dealing with some things right now that he needs, find a way in his life, and he's very talented as well. And I pray every day that he can find his way too. So he's
Yeah, it
it'll get
takes
there.
time, man. How old is he?
He's 20.
Oh yeah, that's the perfect time to,
Yeah.
oh boy,
Oh yeah.
you know. If you could go back, if you could be any age, what would you be?
Uh,
Speaking of
well,
20,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. Man, I'd probably say 20 honestly, because I could have
I know
changed.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, 20 is probably a good age to go back on and be like, hey, all right, time to grow up here,
Yeah,
figure things
man.
out, and make the right choices from there on out. Because,
Yeah, you imagine where you'd be right now. You know what I
uh,
mean? In music and
man,
everything.
yeah,
Maybe,
yeah,
maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
I'm
It's
getting a
that
little older
40.
now. Yeah, and some people were like, oh, I mentally thought that I was too old to get started with music, but then,
I get that.
I don't think there's any age to it. I mean, we only get one life to live, and it's what you make out of it. And man,
Yeah.
I'm happy doing music, and I want to be happy for the rest of my life and make the right choices. So that's where I'm starting. That's what I'm doing. So,
So how long has it been, would you say, that you've actually been interested and been doing it? What would you say, 10 years or?
oh no, longer than that. I mean, I've
Oh, longer
always
than
been
that. So
into
you
music.
always,
Yeah, I've always been into music. I'm 38 now, so wait a second. I can't remember how old I am.
I get that. I'm
July
42.
18th, July 18th, my birthday coming up, so pretty excited about that. But
Happy early birthday. I'll be
yeah,
the
man,
first.
I
Yes.
appreciate it. Yeah, you are the first.
Yeah, got him.
Yeah,
Do you play the
yeah.
guitars behind you?
I'm actually working on it. I mean, I got some guitars that I've something I haven't accomplished to be able to get yet. So, but I'm working on it. I got
Hmm.
Ted. You know Ted Heil.
Yeah,
Um,
thanks to Ted for
Yeah,
this.
he's actually going to be helping me out some things. Also, we're tracking a
Oh,
few
that's
things
cool.
together. So yeah, he's a big help with me right now, and
Yeah, he's a good guy.
yeah, very good guy, very talented, very
Yep.
a lot of wisdom in that fella. He's been doing it for quite some time now.
Yeah, for real.
And that's another thing that made the Rise album. I don't know if you got to listen to that. I mean, that's incredible. They just
I got
released.
through I got through a couple tracks and I liked what I heard, and then you get busy, and everything
Yeah,
happens. But yeah, I'll get
yeah.
back to it, that's for sure.
I mean, with the COVID thing going on and everything, I think those boys put that together pretty well.
Oh
So,
yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah. Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, it's got to be tough, and things are just now starting to break back open a little.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But
Thank God for that, man.
how did the pandemic affect you?
Actually, that's when I actually hit it hard and was like, I'm doing something with this.
Uh,
So it gave me some time to look back on what I wanted to do. And I'm actually a barber profession, and
that's cool.
I mean, I actually also do tattoos also. So I mean, I just
Oh man.
I got a lot of people ask me, how I learn all this stuff. I mean, I just don't put limits to myself. Once you put a limit to yourself, you're going to limit
Mhm.
yourself to doing things that you dream of. So I
Yeah, I
just
mean,
do
that's
it.
I look at instruments like that, like somebody at one point made that and nobody knew how to play it. So
Yeah.
there's no good, they're bad. There's just different, you know. I've seen
Yeah.
drummers with the drums tilted like there's one drummer recently I found that plays in this totally different position that you would ever expect. But he's known for it and it works for him and you know what I mean? It's like,
Man, yeah. Everybody's got
man,
their own. Yep. And by the
yeah.
way, you're very talented. Just watching you, I mean, you're very
Oh,
talented.
thanks,
Yeah,
bud.
it's awesome. Yeah.
I've been playing. Yeah, my dad actually, like looking back on it, my dad got me an antique set when I was like 6. I remember it was like blue boat sparkle. It was like this little kid kit, like old, you know. Because
Yeah.
I'm 42, so you know. But yeah, I was about 6, and my mom actually let me set it up in a room. I had a drum room, like all the stars aligning. I just kind of taught myself from there, and poof, here we are.
You're about my age, so I mean, you remember the Fraggle Rocks, right?
Oh yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I used to have a Fraggle Rock drum set I used to jam on.
Oh man, I actually have Animal on my drum set
Yeah, okay.
from the Muppets, but yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we don't
yeah.
grow up.
No, it is cool though.
I am down with Fraggle Rock, that's for
Oh,
sure. I'm still. That's the great thing about having kids is one of the things you get to influence them. Like, hey, watch this. Hey, look.
yeah,
And nowadays they're like, yeah, whatever. Some things don't hold up. That's
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
That's great. It's great stuff.
Um, was it? This was something I thought of that I don't know if it's sensitive or not, but was it harder since you were locked up? Was it harder during quarantine to be locked up? You know what I mean? You're kind of. I mean,
Nah,
you still have your freedom to get out and do stuff. You know what I mean? I
you
guess that's.
definitely have your freedom to get out. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I mean, there's nothing like being locked up like that. I
Mhm.
still went out and did things that I wanted to do. You know, as far as that, I mean, I was a little more cautious around people.
Right.
Lost a grandmother through all this, and been
Sorry
dealing
to
with.
hear that.
Yeah, but it definitely was something. I mean, I don't want to hear people say, "Oh, this is just a baloney." You know, it was actually
Yeah.
something. And it killed a lot of people, and
Oh yeah, and still
yeah,
probably is as we
still
speak.
is. Yeah, it still is. But yeah, I mean, as far as being locked down, I just kept moving. You know, I just
Yeah.
we did stay inside a little bit more than what we wanted to, but
Yeah.
that's when I didn't sit still. You know, I'm still working.
Yeah.
So,
That's how it is with creative people like us. You know what I mean?
oh
It's
yeah,
you can't help it. You
oh yeah,
know, I wouldn't have this podcast. We wouldn't be talking right now if it wasn't for the pandemic. You
yeah.
know,
See,
I mean,
that's
a
great.
big part of it. You know, because I wanted to do this idea. You know, the
Yeah.
idea was really to go to band practices
Oh yeah,
and be a part of that and show people that side from there. But
oh
and
yeah,
we'll get there. I'll get there. You
oh
know
yeah,
what I mean?
oh yeah.
So one day I'll be made to rise, at band practice, and
Isn't that
that'd
a
be
cool
cool.
name though? Made to Rise after all they
Oh
went through.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And I interviewed both bands. So,
yeah.
you know,
That's awesome.
bizarre.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm sure I'm gonna start doing update episodes. I've
Mhm.
been, a lot of the guys I've already talked to. I'm like, you know what? Because you guys are my family, and things
Yeah.
change.
Oh yeah.
There's bands that I interviewed, and now they don't have a member that they had. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
so that's how it goes in the music
Yeah.
world. That's for sure. I've
Oh yeah.
jammed with so many people over the years with the promise of, a band. Hey man, and
Yep.
only like 2 or 3 have actually like, progressed.
It's crazy, man. The music industry it's harder than what
Hmm.
people really think it is. I mean, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of mental things too. But I gotta say and tell you, Nick, like things have been falling into place really quick for me. And again, I think that was God doing this, but he's put a guy named Devin Fields in with me.
Hmm.
Devin's been doing music ever since I think he was 11 or 12 years old. Been playing, very good guitar player. I mean, and we're working on things together. And we just met up the other night, did a little banger out at my house, and had some people over, and it went really good.
Oh wow.
I was actually down in Nashville.
Yeah, how'd that go?
That that was another thing. I started singing. I was doing some karaoke down there. I think it's Wannabes. I got up on stage at
I saw that. I watched that
yeah,
video. I was
yeah,
impressed. It takes a
and
lot to get up there and do it, man. I don't know. I always admire singers because I'm like, I mean, I've done it. My wife and I, we karaoke Lita Ford and Ozzy. If I close
mhm.
my eyes forever, that's
Oh
our
yeah,
jam. But
Oh yeah,
I do more of a mimic. I'm more of a mimic than a singer.
yeah,
I can do impressions and stuff. But yeah, it takes a lot of guts to get up there and let yourself out, especially, with you and
yeah,
everything that the
yeah,
heartfeltness of you. So
yeah,
hopefully
man.
that resonates with people.
Oh yeah, and I mean it don't stop there. I was going back to the room that night, and there's this gentleman standing there with there was a chicken cart like right by the Hilton where I was staying, and he waved me
Mm.
over. It was a guy that just started talking to me about music, and he was the CEO for Platinum Records, and I was thinking my whole time this guy's just joking around with me, honestly.
Yeah.
And the next day he sent me a message wanting me to get on this music video with Adam Wakefield. I don't know if you're familiar. He was a runner-up on the whole.
It sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, it was I forget what season it was.
Yeah, so many now.
Yeah, anyhow, but I looked him up. His name's Greg Hudick, and he's the CEO for Platinum Records down there. So I'm actually leaving.
Oh wow.
I'm leaving Wednesday, heading down there, meeting up with 10 in the morning on Thursday. So, and we're heading down to Lynchburg
Man.
to the Jack Daniels distillery to shoot a video. So I think that's just what I'm saying. All these things are just.
Yeah, really. Thanks, God. Thanks, God, for introducing me to Jack Daniels.
I mean, people spent their whole life in Nashville, and I spent 3 days, and it just seems like I couldn't believe
Yeah.
it. I can't put in words, what happened here, but it happened.
Mhm. Yeah, man. I've known a couple people. The one guy I talked to, Jay Thomas, he's a holy guy, and he flipped the script. He was gangster rapper, from York, and you know, and he had a son and switched it around. Didn't want his son to see him like that, and
Amen. Yeah.
and yeah, and now he's a preacher, and he's doing good music and putting like holy music out in rap form and putting it out for people, and things
Wow.
I've seen just blowing up for him,
Well,
and it's
man,
let
that's
let go,
awesome.
let God,
Yeah.
maybe that's
Yeah.
the secret people need to know.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's awesome. I'll have to check him out.
Yeah, it's a really good. You'd like his music. He's one. I did a wedding, and the groom happened to post this guy Jay Thomas, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And just listened to it, and was like, "Wow, it's like positive new trap rap. You know what I mean? Trap music, but
Yeah.
positive with a message. You'd like it."
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I like music with a message.
yeah,
I'm working on one now called Hold On, and it's a powerful message behind all that. So hopefully I can get that done soon and get it out. Just been busy with everything else, so it's just
yeah.
like how it's hard doing everything.
Oh yeah, it's a hustle. That's for sure.
It's a hustle.
What's your writing process?
Man, I just kind of hum in my head and just start writing music down, and
Mm,
just lyrics that are basically heartfelt. I mean, everything comes, it's real life, you know what I mean? I don't write anything about fake anything, it's all real. Everything that's happened in my life or anything that comes to my mind, it's real.
mm. Do you have do you rhyme when you write it down, or I have a
Uh,
tendency to do that, like, I just get caught in a rhyme. I guess it
just
depends.
just getting the flow, you know what I mean? When you're writing
Yeah.
the flow, and then be able to put the music to it. And in the end, you do have to rhyme in a point of it, but
Right.
yeah. So I don't know. It just comes to me, honestly.
Do you write it with pen and paper?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
yeah.
Or on my phone. I wrote
Yeah,
a
I do
song.
that a lot.
I wrote a song on the airplane coming back from Nashville, so that's about. It was pretty good. I just got to get it all down, get the music done. Like again, me and Ted working on some things too with that, and then I got
Mhm.
Kevin. He'll help me with the instrumental parts of it.
That's cool. Well, if you need a Nate the Drummer track, let me know.
Oh yeah, man. Oh
I
yeah.
don't get to drum with anybody anymore. I go out in my shed and
Yeah,
drum.
we definitely can work together. I'm pretty sure of that.
Oh
Yeah.
man, it'd be fun. Yeah, I'm
Oh
looking
yeah.
for something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I've been listening to Yellow Wolf. You listen to Yellow Wolf at
Oh
all?
yeah. Yeah, I like. Yeah. Yeah.
That style, I really like that style. It's kind
Yeah.
of newer to me, but
What's the song him and Eminem do that in that church?
best friend?
Best friend. That's a good song. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That is a good one.
Yeah, and
I
I
like
was,
row your boat.
yeah, that's a good tune too. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Like row
It's a
your
different
own boat.
style. I like that. What's that?
He's just like row your own boat. I got my boat.
Yeah,
You row yours.
yeah,
I can't row yours in mine.
exactly.
You know?
Yeah,
Which is
man.
how a lot of people are nowadays. You know.
Oh
But
yeah, we're worried about everybody else instead of their own.
yeah.
Yeah,
How do
that's
you
for
keep
sure.
your mental health? It's a big thing nowadays. It's
It
tough. It's a
is. It
struggle.
is. Again, prayer. I use a lot of prayer every time. I mean, I
Mm,
don't sit down and get on my knees, but it's all in my head throughout
right.
the day, and it keeps me at peace. So it does,
That's
and
cool.
yeah,
Yeah, I think that's what people don't realize, how easy it is. You know, you're just talking in your head, and I bet a lot of people do. They just don't admit it. You know.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah,
That's my guess. Maybe
yeah.
not.
Pride will eat you apart too. I mean, I'm not afraid to admit my faith and
Yeah.
admit anything in my life. I mean, I'll tell you my wrongs here, sitting in front of everybody. You know what I mean? I
Mm,
don't, I don't, I don't. I want people to learn from my mistakes, and I've led in my life before, so I just kind of put all that behind me and I move on with it.
wow. What was that? You had a revelation.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you hear that?
I don't know
Was
what
that
that
me?
was? Yeah, it was on the computer.
That was divine intervention.
Yeah. Hey, where'd it go?
I I guess that means we're doing good. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Confirmation.
What advice do you have for anybody else who might be going through stuff?
Oh man.
It's a heavy question.
Yeah, I mean, if it's hitting you hard, you know what I mean. You just got to cry out, and when I say cry out, you got to talk to God in your own way and figure out maybe if you don't know how to do it, just uh, hit your knees alone and just talk to Him. And that's what I do, and He'll find a way to get your attention for sure. And I believe that with all my heart and soul. And it's worked for me so many times, and I encourage people to just talk to God,
Hmm.
cry out to Him, tell Him you need Him, admit that you need Him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, in this day and age, everybody expects an answer right away with things, Alexa, do this, okay.
well, yeah,
It's
patience. I mean, that's
God's
one
not
thing.
like Alexa.
Yeah, I tell people to be careful and praying for patience because I'll tell you, that's one thing you got to be careful praying for is patience. No doubt about that. But
Yeah.
if you need
Yeah,
it,
I've been trying to teach my young kids, patience is like, you
mhm,
want to drive a millennial crazy? Tell them to wait a minute.
yeah.
I came up with that today. I was like, wait a minute. It just doesn't happen. I'm like, how about now?
Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, I struggled with that, and I still do. Everybody struggles with patience. Things just don't happen on
Yeah.
our time when we want it.
Yeah.
But good
You're
things keep
standing in
coming.
line and like
Yeah,
it's taking forever.
yeah, yeah, exactly on that.
Yeah, it's like everybody wants stuff to go their way all the time.
Right. Yeah.
There's got to be a balance.
Oh yeah.
So, how did big belt buckles come about? 'Cause I really like it, and yeah,
Um.
like I said, it needs to be longer. You
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
keep going with that. I like that one.
I agree, and that's something Greg actually listened to when we were down when I was down in
Really?
Nashville. Yeah, and he really liked that also. And he said, I think he pretty much said the same words as it needs to be longer, but it's something I could work on. But
Oh yeah, it's got
it,
potential for sure.
yeah, it's pretty good jam.
Hmm.
I'd like to get a video shot for it. Honestly, I think that would draw a lot more
Yeah,
people to it. So just a
yeah.
big
That
party in the field. And
did you
I
remember
forget.
my video? I
Yeah,
picture this long highway shot, and these these nice big trucks with rims,
yeah.
diesel trucks, and on the back of them is like stock car, right? Racing cars
I
or
was
sprint
I was
cars, or
picturing that whole thing as soon as you messaged it to me. I'm like, wow, this would
like
be cool.
like a
Make
Mad Max shot, where they're coming towards
yeah,
you, and you're just like, yeah,
jamming
and
out
then
on
you
the back.
go to the party, that maybe
Oh
that's
yeah,
what it is.
maybe pull up
Part.
into the big field.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just
And
everybody
then
in the
and then
back.
you have montages of cars, the
Oh
dirt
yeah,
track cars doing
oh yeah. Yeah, that would be a jammer.
I'll be in a car. I'm there.
You got
Big
that.
belt buckles, big old tires.
You already,
I got it, man.
yeah.
Dukes of Hazzard it all the way.
Oh yeah, I mean, that'd be awesome. Heck yeah.
Oh man.
I'm sure we put it out there. There'd be a lot of people there. I'm sure to get in it.
Yeah, man. I
Yeah.
mean, I did a wedding last night and I played Save a Horse Ride a Cowboy. And oh my gosh, dude, I'm telling you, this old guy, well, not old. He was probably 10 years older than me. Anyway, he was old to the rest of the crowd because they were all youngins, but he lifts his wife up and, she's up here and he's just like bouncing her up and down. Everybody's
Oh,
going,
man.
yeah. And then, of course, he's like letting her down and her dress comes up and her slip's showing. I'm like, only at a wedding. Only at a wedding.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
Save a horse, ride a cowboy,
I like that song. I've always liked that song.
But that's what I mean. Big belt buckles kind of has that,
Oh yeah,
big belt
definitely.
buckle. It's got that vibe,
Oh yeah,
You can't go wrong with that.
yeah. Maybe work on another part on that, and then maybe do a video on it. I think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, kind of like Limp Bizkit when they had Rollin'. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah,
Rollin'?
Roman.
They had that one version, then they had the DMX, and then like,
Oh yeah,
they
yeah.
had, like,
They remixed that. Yeah, they remixed that song, didn't they?
yeah,
Yeah,
it was pretty
DMX.
cool.
Yeah, I used to listen to DMX a lot when I was a kid too.
Yeah. I
Yes.
grew up in the Limp Bizkit, DMX era,
Yep.
as I'm sure you did. We're about the
Oh,
same
yeah.
age. Yeah,
Yep,
man.
definitely.
Yeah, I try to get my kids into that stuff. Here's some 90s stuff,
Oh yeah, I listen to everything. I mean, as far as I love music. Period. As long as it's got a good. I mean, Tupac wrote a lot of good songs as far
Oh,
as
yeah.
too. So, and they're all real. I mean, this stuff today is a little rough for me, but if it's got a good message, I listen to it.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, I like a good beat, I'm pretty
Mhm.
good if it has a good beat. Being a drummer, I'm just,
yeah,
And even like I used to have a stigma against country music, just
yeah,
because it was all for years I said I didn't like the twang, but then
yeah.
one day it just kind of like
Hits
actually
you.
I do like song that I do. There are songs like I love Charlie Daniels,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I grew up with Charlie Daniels, and like long haired country boy.
Oh yeah.
I remember I used to go. It's funny that I'm a DJ now. Looking back on this, my dad used to go to the bar. Well, he still does, but he would take me along, and I'd sit at the bar with it. Which, looking back on it now, this story sounds really bad, but but he would give me money to go play the jukebox. And I took pride in knowing all these good classic rock songs. And I thought
Oh, man.
all these biker guys and stuff, they don't know. They don't know this kid is about to blow their minds and play some really good stuff, So I would then go back and sit at the bar with my dad and watch people like react to songs. Isn't that
Oh
weird?
yeah. Yeah. No. That it makes me sound like, because I wanted to tell you this, but I was raised by my grandparents. Anyhow, they spent I spent a lot of my childhood life in the AMVETs, right?
Mhm.
So when I was telling you I go back to the jukebox, well, they give me a roll of quarters. I didn't go play the video games. I went and played the jukebox. So that's what I wanted to tell you. But it sounds like the same story, dude. It's crazy.
Isn't that weird?
It is
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, my
Wow.
dad really influenced me music wise. He was an old hippie, so he had albums, everything,
Yeah,
So
man.
that's, it's nice to have some sort of inspiration,
Yeah.
I always wanted a 2-man band,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
something simple. I listen to Royal Blood. I don't know if you've listened to them. There's another band, Death Above 1976, I think is what it is.
That's the
Two
band.
guys. Yeah, it's not the greatest title for a band.
Yeah. No, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is but they're good. But they're really good.
Man.
Just 2 guys. I'm like,
Two
or
guys,
I think
that's awesome.
21 Pilots too. I think is a
Okay.
2-man band.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just the less drama, the better.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, nowadays too, it's hard to get.
Yeah.
I'm searching for people to join in, and it's hard to find people, honestly, with the talent level that you need to start something off. I mean,
Would
when
you
you're young,
prefer? Sorry, go ahead.
so when you're younger, you have time to actually grow, and I'm a little older now, so I
I
actually
know, right?
That's another patience thing, but it'll come together. I got people coming together now, but yeah, I knew what you mean. Now, what were you saying? Would I prefer what?
I don't know now. It flew away.
Yeah, well,
Oh, I know. Would you prefer having one group of guys, you know what I mean, that you get your set band, or you and then a backing band wherever you go? You know what I mean? Or different.
to me, a set band would be great just because I
Yeah.
consider that a family as well. That when I do get people, I mean,
Mhm.
we're gonna be tight. I don't like you said, like the
Yeah.
drama. If you're gonna create drama, we got to move on from you. So
Ugh.
I want to be able to be tight with everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been in any bands before since you're
No,
new to So you're
never.
fresh to the.
Fresh to
Oof.
all those. Yep.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
I envision in
I've been
my
in
head.
bands.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's right. Like you and Ted, like you're just like blowing my mind with everything that you guys done, and just
It's
meeting new
man.
people every day too, and how many years they've been involved in music is unreal. I mean, every
Yeah.
day we're working harder. So I mean,
Yeah.
it goes. You guys are something else, man. As far as where you guys are now.
I mean, I'm not anywhere. You know what I mean? That's
You
why
know what?
I
Yeah,
feel like I'm not. Yeah, I am, but I'm not, I
you've
guess.
accomplished a lot of things in your life, so you can't say you're not nothing. I mean,
Right, I
you've
know.
done a lot of things people haven't done.
That's true. My first gig for Sweet Ruckus, the band I was in, the reggae band, it was at the Harrisburg City Islanders soccer team.
Yeah,
Uh,
okay.
and that was at a outdoor stadium,
I actually
got to
played in
play
the
for
stadium.
people. Did you really?
Well, I played football. I was Chambersburg
Oh,
Card.
played in that
Yeah, I
football.
played semi-pro football for 7 years. I actually played against the Central Penn Piranhas, which I would have been their home stadium up there.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah, we
yeah.
played. I remember we played as people were coming in, and it was our first gig. Me and
Hey,
two other
man.
guys, and and there's video of it because I ugh, I could never find a good cameraman. I gave this kid, the bass player's son. He's like 11, right? I give him my phone, like, hey, record.
Mm-hmm.
Simple.
Yeah.
Hold the phone. I look over, and the kid is sitting there spinning the phone.
Oh
If
man.
you have to
Yeah.
go online if you watch the videos. There's one that it's like we rocked the world. We're just playing upside down. I was just like, man, this is tough. But yeah, so that was the first gig, and played a couple times on City Island for benefits for the steamboat or the is it
There's a
steamboat?
lot of people. That place
The
drew a lot.
riverboat.
How
Riverboat.
many people were in the crowd when you were up there? They
We
usually always
were
do a crowd up there.
we were at a weird spot where we were kind of like here, and the bleachers, the edge of the bleachers were here. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So like, there's a whole section where we couldn't really see people, and then
Okay.
there was like a whole other section of people, and it was like I don't know if it was an exhibition soccer game, but it was an outdoor soccer game. So who knows how
Okay.
many,
Yeah.
But it was cool to hear your like. And now, sweet ruckus, over the like loudspeakers and stuff. But yeah, so that it's fun and nerve wracking at the same time, and
Yeah. Well, you
and
lived it, right? Can't
yeah,
say you didn't
it's
do that.
played at Boob's Brewery. I don't know if you've ever been to Boobies.
Never been up
Boobies.
there. Is that in
Boob.
Harrisburg?
No, that's in Mount Joy in
Oh, okay.
Lancaster.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a dip for you. It's anywhere over here is a dip, but we're not
Yeah.
too far. We're
No,
about 2 hours away.
yeah.
Because I've been up the Blue Mountain Way. Man, I had a car break down, overheat when I was up in the Blue Mountains
Oh,
camping.
man.
Dude,
Yeah.
it sucked. I had a
Oh,
Subaru. Had to make it back, and I remember like having to pull over, put water in the thing, make it. You know what I mean? One of those deals.
Yeah, I've been there. Hey, I've been there plenty of times.
And those mountains are no joke. You get up to that point, and then you have that corner.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, there's heaven, and then back down.
Yeah, you're right in that. It's up there.
It really is. Yeah,
Mhm.
I've done a couple weddings recently, last year actually, that were out that way. Raystown, I think, was up
Mhm.
that
Yep.
way, and that
Big
place is
lake,
cool.
Yeah,
Man.
actually heading up there on the 4th.
Oh
July.
man, that's gonna be. That's a good spot, man. Being up there, I was like, wow, yeah. Saw a Lamborghini in the parking lot. That was pretty cool. Just
Yeah,
chilling, you
yeah.
know.
It's a cool place. Yeah, lots of people.
What's the music scene there like? Is that what kind of influenced
Uh,
the country for you, or
Here,
yeah?
uh, there's a good bit of genre out here. I mean, as far as people, Little Skies. I don't know if you know Little Skies is
Mm-mm.
rapper. If you look him up, Little Skies actually did a song one time with his
Oh,
step.
really?
Yeah, and yeah, we did that. It was called Mistakes. I'm trying to think when that was. That was quite a few years ago. But it's a good song. You look him up, Little Skies. I'm sure everybody's heard
Little
about it.
Skies. All
Yeah,
right, yeah, I'll check him out.
yeah. He is from Waynesboro. He's local here, so
That's cool. Yeah,
he's
there's a lot
doing
of
really
good
well.
people.
Yeah, he's doing really well. Country, not. I mean, there's some people that not really. I mean, even Ted will tell you that coming through. There's really nothing coming through here. I mean,
Hmm.
anywhere really.
Yeah.
It's rough. I don't know what's going on, but there's a handful of people doing music.
And is country music what you feel the most? Is that, or would you
Uh,
see yourself going into some other genre?
I can do a little bit. Stay around like the country, maybe rock, maybe a little bit. I can get
Mm.
into that.
I just
Yeah,
had a Limp Bizkit country version. Can you imagine? I was trying to
actually,
picture what it would be.
that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, let's
That'd
do
be
it.
kind of
I'm
cool.
down. I'm down.
Yeah, yeah. I can
Keeping
do.
it real.
Yeah, I can do some of this.
I don't know. I did it all for the nookie.
Yeah.
So you can take that cookie, stick it up your
That'd be kind of different,
right?
but it
Right?
would work. It would
See
work.
what I mean? I'm too creative for my own good. It's not all gold, but
It's definitely
uh,
fun.
yeah, I have one of those, that's why I have a couple podcasts. I started thinking and driving because I'm just too random. Some of this stuff might be funny to somebody else. Hit
Yeah.
record,
Oh,
probably
yeah.
bites me in the ass. People are like, "Oh, this guy is special,"
We all are in our own way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
that's
so
what made us who we are.
I just hope people listen to it and they're like, yeah, agreeing with me and talking back.
Oh
But
yeah.
and then I do this one because I love music, you know what I mean, and I love being able to share guys like you.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I'm thankful for you, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I can say I knew you when, and I
Yeah,
have proof now. Ha!
yeah, man. You got
I knew about him first, everybody. Ha ha.
it. Hey, man, I hope and pray that there's more to come with it all for sure.
I loved him first. Do
Yeah,
you know that one? I've been doing country weddings, so I loved her first. Oh,
you
those
probably
songs
get
kill me.
in them
Oh,
country weddings. You get the same songs over and over again, don't you?
yeah. Tim
What's the
McGraw. I
most?
did
I was
double
gonna
Tim
say what?
McGraw songs, like
Yeah,
some
yeah.
Humble and Kind and
Him
what's
and
the other
Faith,
one?
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. But there's songs out there. That's the goal, right? Is to have a song that's universal to everybody. Like
oh yeah,
September. September is the one I would say. Do you remember? People go nuts,
yeah, yeah,
or Celebration.
yeah, yeah.
Celebrate. There's songs that just stood the test of time because they're
Do they
like,
still play the chicken song much?
I don't. I
I was
have
gonna
a story about the chicken song. I used to work at Discovery Zone, which was a kid's place, kind of like Chuck E. Cheese, just bigger.
Uh-huh.
And they made a rule one day that, hey, if the chicken song comes over the intercom, you have to stop what you're doing wherever you are and do the chicken dance.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's rough.
So, you'd be like, whatever, I used to have to work redemption where the kids get their prizes. So it'd be like, sir, Mr. Hey, you, from every corner, and then it'd be, and I had the keys to fix the video games. That was kind of cool. I like that. You know what I mean? Oh, the ticket's jammed, or hey, you want a free game? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Back when we had arcades. Ugh,
yeah. Don't have those much, do we?
no,
What's the
No.
one up towards Mechanic?
There's a couple. I recently looked it up and I was like, oh wow, there's actually some places.
Yeah, yeah. What's the adult arcade they have up towards your way?
Yeah, that's one I found. Oh, there's
I
one in
think
York.
there's one in
Yeah.
York and one up in Harrisburg too, up towards
Oh, really?
Ben and Jerry. I can't think of the name.
Oh, Dave and
Dave and
Buster's.
Buster's. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
about
that's
the
like a
only
chain.
arcade I know.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's actually one in York, downtown York, on
Yeah.
the circuit that's like looks
There's
like a
one-
retro
One in
arcade or
DC,
something like that.
Yeah, there's not
Like,
too many
man.
of them around.
And you can go in and play like old Nintendo, Sega. You know, they
Yeah.
have couches. I'm like, that's genius.
I like
So
the VRs
genius.
you sit in, man. Those things are cool.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't done any VR headset action
No.
yet.
Yeah, I haven't
I feel-
done either.
I'd probably get hurt. I feel like I'd
There's
get
ones
hurt.
you actually sit in there and the seat moves and that
Oh,
thing.
really?
Yeah, they're
Oh
cool.
man.
Yeah.
What? That's how it should be, you know, instead of having to walk around yourself. Because I mean, they have zones apparently, but
Yeah.
I feel like I'd ignore it if something's chasing me. There's a T-Rex and you're running to the
Feet
wall.
out through the gate.
Boom! Into the wall. Not getting me, T-Rex.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh,
So, sorry, this went off the rails.
that's all right. That means we're having a good time.
Yeah, man. And that's
Yeah.
what I want this to be, you know, not
Mhm.
just me asking questions. But yeah, I write all my questions on my phone. You know, I said they come to me and I'm like, huh, I wonder about this one. You know, so I put thought into these, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
So if you could bring 3 people back from the dead to jam with, who would they be?
One would definitely be my dad.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's proud of me. We used to always jam out together, just playing music and singing
Oh,
along.
that's cool.
Uh, man, what about Merle Haggard?
Yeah.
Man, he's a cool dude, and Johnny Cash probably definitely.
Ooh. Man,
Yeah.
picture that trio. Oh man.
That would
I mean, I
be-
didn't meet your dad, but I assume
yeah,
he'd probably be in awe. He'd just be like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just, I'll watch what you guys play." I don't know.
Johnny Cash is definitely bring him back, man.
Oh, were they friends? But they were around the same time, right? You would
I
think
would
they
say,
were.
yeah. I mean, I would say so.
They had the same, or they weren't. And, you know what I mean? They kind of had that same
Yeah.
like "fu" mentality.
I mean, I couldn't see that.
Not necessarily "fu" mentality, but
I mean, I'm saying
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they might have.
yeah,
I
it's
don't
hard
know
to tell. I don't
what
know.
relationship they had together, but
Let
they're
me
both-
know.
both good. I mean, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I've played Johnny Cash a couple times. I was in a band called Hazmat Crew, which is also another episode I did.
Mhm.
You know, and did classic rock. You know, that's what I
Mhm.
grew up on, so that's always fun to play. And now they replaced me with years ago with father and son duo that switch back and forth from bass and drums. You know, it's
Okay.
pretty cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, I love me some classic rock. I grew up on Led Zeppelin and you know.
Okay. Yeah. Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, and all that. You like him?
Yeah,
My
my nan got me a tape because I'm old, a cassette tape. You know.
Oh
but it
yeah,
was
I know about.
Dude, this was the coolest tape ever. If you put it to the left side, it would have just the vocals and you could drum to it yourself, or you turn it to the other side, it would have just the drums, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
whatever, so that you could hear the drums and play with it. It
Yeah.
was the greatest. I'm like, why didn't these exist more, you know?
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
Smoke on the Water, so I learned
Yeah.
how so I could
Everybody knew
'cause-
how to play that on the guitar.
yeah, because on guitar, but drums is like you don't realize because you can't always hear drums behind the other
Right.
stuff. So,
Right.
and me, I'm kind of intuitive when it comes to that, so I just kind of let go and it, flows out. I was
Yeah.
actually told once by a medium that I have a ancient Indian drummer who helps me keep the beat.
Hey,
Whether or not, yeah, so cool. You know.
you guys got to have somebody else to keep the beat. I don't know how you do it. I
It's
mean,
tough.
I worked on drums a little bit here. My buddy Troy, he's actually pretty good, I think. And
Mhm.
I just been watching him, kind of learning off him a little bit. I actually enjoy it. It's fun, actually.
Yeah, I was just doing.
I can keep a beat. You know what I mean? I can do all that in between stuff like you guys do, but definitely that's a challenge.
Yeah, and a lot of times I'll close my eyes when I'm doing it because you kind of because you can get lost. You know what I mean? You're drumming and you get too thought into what you're doing, and you can
Oh, yeah.
you're pretty much the backbone, and then everything else falls into place. So
Yeah,
man.
You definitely keep the rhythm to it.
Yeah. I actually just drummed today. I'm sure you saw my story that
Mhm.
was first time in a while because my
You
neighbors
just,
complain, and it's I can't ever just let go, and
yeah.
I got
What?
4 kids in the house. I need to drum.
You come out to my place, we'll jam out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
You
that'd
got a
be a
set?
fun time. It's actually my buddy's. Their Pearl set.
Oh,
He's at the house there, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind. You hit him.
yeah, for real. And I'm left-handed too, so I make it. That's always the harder part. I'm left-handed, so I have to switch things around like a diva.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, sorry, I prefer my snare and hi-hat over here.
Hey.
It always feels like that, like a right-handed drummer's like, dude, what are you doing? Now I got to put it back again just for me to play.
Hey,
Sorry,
that's what
that's
you're
how it
comfortable
goes.
with.
Yeah, that's my style. I'm left-handed. I don't know. That's how it goes. All right, buddy. So why don't you tell people where they can find you, in the future? Because I know you're still new to things, but
Right now, I mean, in the future, on YouTube is a big thing. It's Big Chris Rocks, Big Chris one word and Rocks separate. But I've been putting stuff on there. I haven't really exposed too many other places because I wasn't sure where to put things yet. I'm still working on some things, and I'd like to release the whole album out on a platform, on the platforms. I'm not sure exactly where to put them at. Probably with your help and maybe Ted's help, figuring out where to put them all at. And,
oh yeah, I mean, there's companies now, like I said, that one that you pay them and they're like, all right, we'll send it to them and them and them and them. You don't like Anchor is Anchor that I do is owned by Spotify, so they put their they put it on Spotify, Google. They put this, so.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, the
yeah,
main
man.
thing right now is the YouTube. I actually got cards that I got made that actually been passing out. And you actually, can you see?
Oh yeah.
And then on the back, they can just scan the card. Where
Oh,
we
by
at
the way,
there?
there you go. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's got a
Yeah,
the codes,
yeah,
QR code. Yeah.
yeah. So I've been passing them out, but it takes you to my Facebook page,
Mhm.
actually the Big Chris Facebook page, and then the YouTube page.
Oh, okay.
But
Cool,
that's all
man.
I have. I mean, as far as platforms right now. So
Yeah, and once you get, I'm sure once you go to Nashville and you get to talk to those guys, and they,
yeah,
they'll
I'll
hook
have
you up
some.
definitely.
I'll have some good pictures and stuff and videos to share on the
Yeah.
trip Wednesday, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Or
man,
Thursday, I'm sorry.
and now you have an interview that they can listen to.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
not necessarily professional, but
Looks good to me.
Yeah, man, I'm glad it worked out. I
Yeah,
appreciate you coming on and hanging out with me.
yeah, I appreciate you, Nate, very much, brother.
Yeah, man, you're part of my podcast family now, man. So,
Okay,
and I'm all about spreading the positivity and helping you out, and we'll blow
and
this up and get your name out there and
appreciate you.
go. Yeah, and then I'll be your drummer, and we'll go from there.
Let's do it.
I'm down, man. I am
Yeah,
down.
yeah, that'd
So,
be fun, man.
yeah,
You
man.
seem like a fun guy. I can hang out with fun people.
Yeah, man. I'm totally all about no stress. I've always, that's what I mean. The drama doesn't need to be there.
No.
If there's a mutual understanding, like when I just talked to the space camp guys that I talked to, and they're 2 guys from Allentown, but they work so well together. Like I could just tell there was like this vibe between the 2 guys that, they just, yeah, man, hey, you got this idea, all right, and I'm sure it's not always like that,
Yeah.
as with
Yep.
everybody, but it's a
Oh yeah.
compromise, definitely
Oh
being in
yeah.
a band, and that's what I mean by the more you split it up, it's like, okay, well, we feel this way, cool. Oh wait, you don't feel that way? All right, well, which can be good and bad, you know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? But
Yep.
But if you're open to it, which I think you will be,
Oh yeah.
just listen to people and that's all I can tell you is, listen and soak
Wow.
all that info in, which I
That's
know
what
you
I'm.
already are.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm doing, man. I'm like a sponge right now, man.
Yeah, man. Take it
Yeah.
all in, man, because, you but do you, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Don't try to be anybody else. That's the tough part for me. I don't know my own voice because I'm always doing other people's voices. I don't even,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, man.
you know.
Hey, I go where God takes me, brother. That's my main objective. So,
Yeah, man.
and it puts me in the path for the right people to hear me, whatever. And so far, so good.
Yeah, just keep going and that's all you can do.
Yeah,
So,
man.
all right, buddy. I appreciate it.
Appreciate
Taking
you,
some
man.
time out, man.
Thank you, brother.
All right, buddy. I guess we're done, and I'll send you the links once it's all good and I check it all out.
All right, man. Peace out, brother. Thank
All
you.
right. Yep.
Yep.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. All right, everybody. That was Big Chris Hughes. If you're looking him up, YouTube, check him out. I hope everybody enjoyed that. He's a great guy. He's a new part of my family. So enjoy it. Rock on.
And with me, the